Guys, check this fun thing out. His pole just snapped in half. We haven't even gotten started yet. I hit a little piling that was like 2 feet underwater right by the shore. I was running this 4mm too small, each wall having 2mm of clearance. I can laugh, but he obviously feels like total crap right now. Turns out one of the spark plugs was smashed. The 1200 Superjet, the goal was to get it ready to race the SeaRat. Well, just start out with the problem with the impeller. Jacob's gonna talk about that first, and then we get that fixed and we take it out for test riding, and that's when things really start going badly. How's it going, JetSki brothers? It's Jacob here again today, and we're gonna talk about some impeller stuff I've been doing. So this right here is the setup for the 1200 Superjet. This is my first incorrect impeller that I bought, and I just figured out this is a SeaRat C75 impeller, 140mm. The standard Yamaha props are 144, so I was running this 4mm too small, each wall having 2mm of clearance. So this is a 1724. No wonder it was running like crap. But when I bought this, it was like, I had no reason to think, oh yeah, this is a 140mm Yamaha prop. I mean, that's a very strange size. If anybody in the comments has any idea of what kind of custom setup that is, you should let me know, because I mean, you know, I know that there's a lot of Kawasaki 140mm impellers, but this is for a Yamaha, and usually when you have aftermarket pump stuff, it goes bigger. So very peculiar, very strange. So I was running that, and it was running horribly. But I'll give you a look at this impeller. It's the swirl design, and the swirls are very curved. It curves all the way into the main section. And so here's the second incorrect impeller that I bought. So today I was working on this. This is actually, let's see, it's a Solus Concord YRS 1420. What I figured out after I bought it was this is a 148mm Solus prop, and I'm still running the 144 pump, so putting it in there, it wasn't fitting, so I was very puzzled. And so eventually I figured it out, and I decided to turn it down on a lathe so it would fit the pump. So I did that. I just got it turned down, and I didn't film it because I was way busy and just doing it for me, not caring about you guys. But so I turned down the outside diameter on a lathe, and it turned out better than I thought it would. And then I also customized these edges on the Solus props, or at least on this one. It was just kind of like a curved edge into a point, and then into this flowing radius here. And so I ground off the corner so it would be a nice, you know, continuous curved contour here. And I don't know, I'm going to see if that works a little bit better. I would think that's a nicer design. I know it's probably a lot easier to manufacture it with the pointed edges. Maybe I'll go grab another prop so you can actually see what I'm talking about. But the SeaRat one is a little bit more curved, but and also I have a Mariner reactor one, which is like the original design that Solus and SeaRat copied, and I think it even like is a little tighter radius into here. So, but I'm thinking that having it a tighter having the radius end is a pretty good benefit, and I think that the reason that some props don't have that is just because it's cheaper to manufacture. So I'll go grab one so I can show you what I mean. Alright guys, so here's a regular Solus so you can see what I'm talking about here. scat track, and then right here is the one that I just did. So at this point I just radiused it out a little bit, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure that it just is a little bit better when you have it this way. This is the old Solus 1620 Concorde with the small hub that I had in there initially, and I was thinking that I wanted a more top end impeller, a steeper pitch. So I went to the 1724, which is this. Somehow I didn't notice the 2mm ring clearance on there, and it worked awful, and I never really figured out why until today. I looked at it and I was like, I don't know. I didn't understand why it was so weird. So, and then this one is a 1420 that we got on here now. So, if I remember correctly, that with the 1620, I wish that the initial pitch was a shallower one and the steeper later pitch was a steeper one. So, if I need to, I'll probably just repitch it to like a 1422, and I'll just, re-pitch this section up, just bend it up a little bit, and maybe I'll make a video when I do it, maybe I won't, but yeah, so I'm fairly happy with how it turned out. It was a bit of work. This was only $80 for this impeller, so I found out why it was so cheap after I got it, and yeah, I'm actually really happy with how the machining turned out on it, and it's just was kind of a backyard lathe type of deal, and it wasn't a very nice lathe to do it on, but yeah, it turned out pretty good, so we'll see how it works.
Guys, check this fun thing out. His pole just snapped in half. We haven't even gotten started yet. I wasn't even gonna film yet, but his pole cracked. Apparently he's unfazed. Let me throw this on my head. Gotta get my key clipped on. He probably hasn't even talked about what's going on. He's been in a bit of a rush. He got a new prop put on that thing. And once you know it, the old prop was for a smaller size prop. So that's why it was so gosh darn slow. Nobody could admit that it was so slow. Like I was saying, hey, this is making a lot of noise but not moving. Well, that's why the prop is wrong size. Like, as I understand, it was the wrong diameter. That he's gonna just switch that out. He really has no other choice because that's just no good at all. I gonna switch that out?
I don't have anything.
What? How can you not have any more handle poles?
Because I don't.
You've got the parts one just sitting over there.
Can you see a handle pole on it?
I can't see it from here.
We don't have any.
When has that ever stopped you before? Jason has plenty of square nose superjets that have handle poles.
The thing is, handle poles suck to change. Really do. But I'll show you. So
Here. Just take the cam.
A little piling. And I hit a little piling that was like 2 feet underwater right by the shore. Just trying to turn around and park this thing to get out of Josh's way while he's launching. and didn't think anything of it. When I get up to ride it, you can see she's cracked. So it didn't hurt the bottom, but it did hurt the top. It hurt the pole, so it's really annoying, and I don't got time to talk about it right now.
Guys, a bit of a turn of events here. Jacob was fiddling around with settings and testing this, and you guys know about the cracked handle pole, but then all this, he's like, it's just not right, it's just not right, I can't figure out it's not right. Let me check the spark plugs, is what he says. Turns out one of the spark plugs was smashed. So now the head's gonna come off so we can see if there's some damage to the engine, but it's like one of those things where it was that spark plug already smashed before it got put in, or that it gets smashed from something happening. So that's why we gotta pull that off here and see what's going on. And the spark plug didn't have any metal shavings on it. It was just the tip was smushed in. So, I mean, usually if something bad happens in the engine, the spark plug will be covered in metal shavings. So it'll be interesting to see what's going on inside. Totally pissed, so that means something bad happened.
Poor Josh couldn't have the camera ready. Poor Josh.
Oh, wow.
Poor old Josh, huh?
She took a dump on 2 cylinders. And this was still running.
Not really.
Oh.
Well, kind of.
Jeez. Well, boys and girls, wow. She spins real smooth for what happened to her. Wow. Jacob's not happy right now. The only thing that he can take solace in is that there's another 1200 sitting under there. All he has to do is trade this one out with that, and Jason will never know the difference. I can laugh, but he obviously feels like total crap right now. Yeah, he spent a buttload of time and money on this, and it grenaded for whatever reason. Let's see if this head is destroyed. Well, wasn't good for it. It'd probably still work. I could say what really sucks, but he's in earshot of me, so I don't want to make him feel worse.
Why in the world did that even happen?
Is it because there's nothing on this pulse port right there?
Could be. Yeah, could be. Why is the front one though?
I don't know. Well, ladies and gents, there you go. Disaster strikes. This is like the $1,300 all over again.
Surprised the cylinders aren't more destroyed.
Yeah. Fortunately, the motor still spins, so hopefully.
Got some Harley guy trying to run us over.
Well, this ski will be down for a little bit, so. Alright people, I've got finally an idea as to why we have 2 cylinders exploded on this particular thing. Now, my running theory is that the one on the back blew up because this pulse line was not connected onto there, okay? And on these particular engines, the exhaust manifold is right there, but my theory is the piece came out, went into the exhaust manifold. This one in the front here happened to be the perfect timing for it to be on its way down, which would suck the piece from the exhaust manifold into here, then come right on up and break it and destroy this one as well. So my working theory is that this one actually did blow up because of a lean condition. This one actually went because the piece from this one ended up in here. So it's time to get this thing, get her fixed. Alright guys, get the cylinder off here. Let me show you. The silver lining in this is that there appears to be no damage to the bottom end. So I don't know if these 65U engines are known for just spitting the pieces out the exhaust, or if their just exhaust is set up good to spit the pieces out. I don't really know, but in this particular instance, it seems as though all the parts have gone out the exhaust without entering the bottom end. So that's nice, because that's the most expensive part on any of these two-stroke things, is the bottom end. And that will also mean that the reeds have not been damaged. You know, cross my fingers, knock on wood, kind of thing. And I think Jacob's just so sick about this that he can't really, he's not really ready to work on it. But so I'm just helping him out a little bit here, doing a little bit of work on it. I don't think there's anything else left to say.
Get the heck out of my house, people.